going to share with you creative advertising techniques. I'm going to share with you government auctions and storage unit auctions. Let's get started with that. Now, advertising is how I've made the bulk of my money on eBay, okay, over the years. In fact, I started advertising for vintage Hot Wheels collections before I even heard about eBay or before I knew about eBay. We're talking about 15, 16 years ago. I started collecting these cars, and I found out that some of the top dealers were actually consistently advertising for Hot Wheels collections. Now, these Hot Wheels are toy cars that are from the 60s and 70s that sell for between $20 and thousands of dollars. I once sold one of these cars from 1968 for $3,000. Called up a friend of mine who had always told me, if you ever sell a car, call me. So I called him up. I go, hey, his name is Woody. Hey, Woody, I've got that Rose Barracuda you're interested in. I'll take $3,000 for it. And he said, can I be there in an hour? I said, sure. He came over within the hour, gave me $3,000 cash for one Hot Wheels car. A very rare Hot Wheels car, but one toy car. Okay. Now that should open your eyes to not just the Hot Wheels world, but how many other collectibles exist out there where people will they'll literally run over to your place within an hour and pay you cash for that item that they've been searching for forever. Okay, so anyway, backtracking a little on my story, I learned a long time ago how to advertise for these collectibles. The great thing about advertising is it brings the product sources to you. It also puts your product sourcing on autopilot. So you don't have to go out and hunt for these items. They're coming to you. People are contacting you, and they're telling you what they have. And you're in the driver's seat because you can decide whether to go out and take a look at those items or say, no thanks, they don't look like they're in great condition. Advertising means no eBay sellers competing with you. Okay, I live fairly close to Los Angeles, which is a huge metropolitan area, tremendous population. And in all the time that I've been advertising, the most competing advertisers I've had in this huge population was 2 or 3 competitors who were advertising for vintage Hot Wheels to buy. And now think about that. That's 3 or 4 people total advertising for vintage Hot Wheels in a massive metropolitan area. Okay, so you're going to have very few competitors, or if any, competing eBay sellers that are competing with you. Now you get to take those deals that you made locally and expose them to the entire world through eBay and have people competing for those items that you bought locally.